Hi, friends, and a very pleasant good evening as we come to you tonight from Riverside High School as the Ellwood City Wolverines made the 3-mile travel across the river to Riverside for this big matchup. RivEll, one of the biggest games. It's a great atmosphere here at the stadium tonight. A beautiful night for football for the Riverside Panthers and the Ellwood City Wolverines. RivEll needs really no introduction if you graduate from Riverside, if you graduate from Ellwood City. And Adam Hughes, the public address announcer here tonight, they just had senior night, and he had some very nice words to say. For all the alumni here, if you're from Riverside, you're from Ellwood City, put that helmet on tonight because it's always a memory when you have that game with Riverside and Ellwood City. Thad Sturgeon alongside Brad Windhorst, the producer, stat man, a man with the plan, and, of course, Dakota Marshall on camera on this beautiful night for football. Brad, this is RivEll. We live for this every year. The 38th meeting of these two schools. Riverside leads that. Yep. Route 22-16 in the 38 times they met. Ellwood City finally got a win last year after 7 victories by Riverside. Ellwood City won the game last year in dramatic fashion in a 41-0 win.
That it's the same phrase that we used last year. Both these teams could be 0-9. It doesn't matter how terrible your team is. This game could make or break your season.
And talking about make or break a season, the Wolverines got their eye on a perfect season to this point, coming in at 6-0, having a big win. One of the biggest matchups last week against the down there at Western Beaver. The Wolverines took care of business, keeping Western Beaver at bay with the win there. Riverside, however, comes in with a record of 4-3. 4-3, I beg your pardon. And I would say in our conference, Brad, if we sat down at the end of August, Riverside's a much better team than what we thought it was going to be.
Yes, and with that 3-1 section record by Riverside, they get some wiggle room tonight, but they know their Super Bowl. They got Beaver Falls and Mohawk to finish. If they win one, if not 2 of those 3 games, we're going to see Riverside make the playoffs, and they should. They should. They beat the teams that they needed to.
First-year head coach Rob Magnifico, no stranger to Ellwood City. We'll get into that a little bit later as he groomed his team. Got a fair number of players on that roster. I didn't count them up, Brad. I think there was 42, 43 players, where last year just sitting there with 26, 27.
Yeah,
credit to him for going out there, getting some kids.
And that's the difference that I think for both these teams in the past 2-3 years. We went from having 15 to 20 kids less, and that means you can get depth and you can start subbing in, and these kids are a lot more ready to go for 4 quarters tonight.
For sure. And Ellwood City, of course, with the 18 seniors, we're not going to see that a lot in 2A football, but we're going to be glad to have it. 18 seniors on the football team for the Wolverines under head coach Dan Bradley. His 3rd year of coaching, he's coming in with a record of 13-14, but more importantly, he's at 6-0 this year.
Yep. Keys to the game tonight for both these teams. I think specifically for Ellwood, this is going to be a possession game. Riverside likes to possess the ball, so they're going to have to make sure that when they get the ball, they make it count. Finish drive with points. Do not leave points off that board because they can come back to bite you, especially when it's against RivEll. And it's all about the beef. We're going to talk about it all year long. We haven't really hit it too much, although we touched bases on it. It's all about the beef up front. This front offense and defensive line for the Wolverines may not get the numbers statistically, but when your running back runs for X amount of yards, your quarterback throws for X amount of yards, and on defense, wow, they have been lights out.
Well, on defense, they've been lights out. On offense, they've averaging 30.8 points per game. Defensively, they're holding their opponents at just 14.1 defensive points. Riverside, on the other hand, kind of almost evened up. They're averaging 17.7 points a game. Defensively, they're giving up 16.2. You talk about the front line, and, of course, Elijah Palmer McCain coming in here just over 850 yards on the season. He could be one of the first players in Ellwood history with 3 games left to do it. I'm sure he will have 3 years over 1,000 yards rushing as he's knocking on the door of that right now, 148 yards away. 15 TDs, and don't forget about Chris Smiley, the quarterback. He's coming in there with 6 TDs on the ground himself, and he's thrown for 7. And we'll get into the wide receivers in that as we're having the ceremonial coin toss right before the game.
Yep, the captains for the Riverside Panthers, 2, 12, 27, and 48. That's Robert Janis. Number 12, Aiden Garcia. 27, Zachary Hare. And, of course, number 48, Ryan Dugas.
Senior night here. They had a nice program before we went on air with the senior night. I want to make a quick mention. I feel bad I didn't get their names, but 2 of the Riverside Panther football players are going into the military. So hats off to them. One's going to the Army, one's going to the Marines. Boy, you'd love to see that.
Yes.
And
yes.
I'm sure some proud parents, not just for them too, but all the players out there. Will be a couple weeks away for us for do senior night.
Yep, and Dakota, do me a favor, show that crowd, give credit here. We knew it was coming. Look at the crowd for the Wolverines. They came out tonight.
They did, and you got them all the way around the fence.
Oh, they're lined up the fence.
Standing deep.
Yep.
On the Riverside side, it's pretty full here too. No surprise for this big, huge matchup. Who won the toss, do we know?
Do not exactly know, but we
I do know that we are kicking off. Caitlin Kreitzer, the senior, will be doing the kicking off duties, and back deep to receive.
It'll be Zach Hare. So it should be 27 and I believe 8.
Yep, and number 8, Mason Holler. Here's the run up and the kick. The RivEll is underway. Taken by one of the up men at the 20-yard line. He comes up the middle, makes Declan defense. That just looked like an O'Brien hit.
It did. Between the two.
We'll get into that a little bit later. So now, under center is Gatos. Handoff. Tries that right side. Going to get some yards, and taken down there was by O'Brien. Took him down. And the ball carrier was number 2, Robert Janis. We'll be calling his name quite a bit here tonight. The senior, we've been calling that name for 4 years. He's been contributing to this Riverside offense and defense his whole football career. Going to bring up a 2nd and 6 now as Gatos finds himself under center. Sends a man in motion. Motion man goes through. And
fumble.
A fumble on the play.
I think it's going to be waved down here. We'll see what they say. I think Riverside did recover.
Riverside did. I think Janis was the one that actually jumped on it, the way he jumped up out of the pile. So a loss of 2 on the play. So going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 now for the Panthers. Beautiful field here. Lines look pretty straight. I was taking notice of that. Not that we're thinking back to last week at all, but anyway. Quickly, 5 seconds on the play clock. They're going to have a hard time getting this off, and they do. Gatos goes back to pass. Goes up in the pocket. Oh, and he's tripped up. Somebody tripped him up, and I do believe it was number 73, Evan Twiddell. And he just does it. He just continues. Evan Twiddell contributing offensively and defensively. I think that's his 11th tackle for a loss this season. It should be a sack because he lost about 5 on the play, did Gatos. Now punting is Riverside. Fumbles the ball, tries to get it off, and he's going to be bottled up there, tries to throw it out, taken. A host of Wolverines in there to take him down. Good night. Evan Twiddell was in there as the ball was snapped.
That was number 9 on the punt.
Number 9, Jacob Jackson. He got the snap and just muffed it out of his hands. Twiddell was in there. Dacia was in there. Pick a white shirt on the field, and they were there to bottle him up. Wolverines set up shop inside the red zone. We'll refer to that in a minute, folks. We got the red zone by Lawrence County Sportsnet on there tonight. Watching all the games when they get into the red zone. Smiley in the shotgun. Hands it off there. Elijah Palmer McCann around the left side. Makes the man miss. Jukes and jives, and he's going to get down to about, they say he went out at the 6-yard line. So pickup of 12 in the early going there. I thought he was going to break it, Brad.
Yeah, it definitely looked like it. And give credit to that offensive line. That hole to that left side was wide open.
Yes, it was. He had lots of room to run there that time. Did EPM. Elijah Palmer McCain. Smiley in the shotgun. Sends Gridden in motion. Wide out each way. High snap. Can he get on it? And he does. Wow, 2 fumbles here. Smiley jumps on it all the way back at the 22-yard line. Maybe a little RivEll jitter going on here.
Yep.
As the Wolverines have only fumbled 8 times. They've only lost 2 fumbles this season. That's going to bring up a second down and a whole bunch. Second and goal from the 21-yard line. So the Wolverines cannot get a first down because it was first and goal from the 6. Now, Smiley in the shotgun. Elijah to his right. 3 wide outs to the right this time. The lefty. Smiley goes back. Finds his man, Gilchrist. He's going to get her all the way down. Still driving forward, not giving up. He gets it down to the 5-yard line. It's going to be third and goal. But what a play there by the senior Gilchrist to find himself open and pick up 15 on that second and goal from the 21. Ball sitting there right on the 5-yard line.
I tell you what, it's nice to see that early pass there completed for Chris Smiley and company. The offensive pass game last week was not as efficient as what we've normally seen, but give credit.
That pass there was right between the numbers.
Yep.
Couldn't have made it any easier for Gilchrist, and he got some yak yards after the catch. Smiley, quick pass, tipped at the line. Oh, boy. That's going to be fourth down. Going to bring up a 4th and goal from the 5. The Wolverines on 4th down are 11 for 28 this year. That's going to be sitting there at 39%. So big 4th down play here early going in this game, 8:19 remaining in this first quarter. The Wolverines have to get it in the end zone or it'll be ball over on downs. 2 wide out, short side right, 1 to the left. Smiley back. Wants to go to EPM. He's going to dance around. It shows pursuit. Got a man up and back there. Touchdown, Ellwood City. Number 5.
Curry.
Daylon Curry. Smiley using his feet. I thought he was going to get balled up. Daylon just found his way around there. I believe that's his 2nd touchdown on the year. 4th and goal. Touchdown. Ellwood City 6-0. Extra point forthcoming. And I tell you, the pocket kind of collapsed on Smiley. I think he had first one to run. And what happened there was the defender for Daylon came up to try to stop Smiley, and Smiley just lobbed it up there. Here's the snap, kick down and up, and it is good. Count it, 7-0, 8:09 remaining here. Wolverines capitalize on that turnover. We'll take a timeout and be right back. Welcome back, folks. Score 7-0. Wolverines a 22-yard drive off the fumbled snap on the punt, and they made them pay. Points off of turnovers. They're always big. Here's the kick by Kreitzer. Going to be taken there at about the 13-yard line. Trying to go right side. Makes a man miss. Cheeks and jives. Waves up through there. He's still on his feet. He's going to go. One person to beat. It's Caitlin Kreitzer. She's not going to catch him. Number 27 took that ball a whole long way. Zachary Hare answers the Wolverine touchdown. Goes 84 yards. And a couple misses by the Wolverines. And the speedy senior, 6'3", 220 pounds, Zach Hare was off to the races. And just like that,
wow,
the score is 7-6.
Yep, and that's a product of missed tackles, and that's something the Wolverines haven't done all year long.
No, and I tell you, Zach Hare kind of came up that outside the numbers is where he started, and not going out of bounds. He went up, juked right, and up the middle he went. Now, Miguel Kiefer to do the extra point. Waits the snap. Good snap. Kick us down. It's blocked. That could be huge.
I think that was blocked by number 5.
I believe so.
I think it was Daylon Curry.
Daylon Curry gets his hand in there. So at the 7:52 mark, after how far was that return?
86 officially.
86, okay.
Yep, 14-yard line.
At the 86-yard return by Zach Hare, making the score, but the extra point does not go for the Panthers.
Whew, talk about fireworks to start this one.
Yes, it's you get that RivEll Cup. And I got to give you credit, Brad, for those of you that follow us on our Facebook page, Twitter. Wonderful job this week, showing some of the history.
Yep.
Going deep back into the 80s. You saw Steve Melfi, Rob Minto, and
Scott
Billy Chapman, Scotty Timmerman,
Kurt Gusnelli, Perry.
Nick Perry.
There's names all across the board.
And it was kind of fun to reminisce and go back. If you haven't got a chance to do that, folks, follow our Facebook page and also our YouTube channel. They will, if you're of age, of alumni, you can see the history here between Riverside and Ellwood City. 39th meeting.
Yep.
So here's the run-up and the kick by Kiefer. Scrub kick on the ground, taken up there by Declan O'Brien, and he just falls wisely on the ball. I like that play as he will go down at the 38-yard line. So Wolverines now a little longer field this time after the last 22-yard drive. They'll set up shop here, 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. So Logan McClymon's the center, out over the ball. Got Smiley in his shotgun. 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Everything spread out here by the Wolverines right now. Fakes it out there, throws it to number 1, makes a man miss. Gonna juke and jive. He's up that left sideline. He's at the 40, the 35. Pushed out of bounds there was Dom Hogue. I believe it was Trenton Kiesling who pushed him out of bounds. But a nice pickup by Hogue on the just passed right down the line of scrimmage. He took that ball down to the 39-yard line. So a pickup of about 23 on that play. Going to be 1st and 10 now for the Wolverines in Riverside territory. Oh, and a movement there, and I think the Wolverines are going to get called for getting a little excited there. Offside's going to march it back 5 yards, going to bring up a 1st and 15 now for the Wolverines. Wolverines, Brad, the Wolverines are coming in here, 6-0, rolling really good, but one of the things that kind of got a problem with is penalties. Yep. We just maybe see a little bit too many of them, and I'm sure Coach Bradley was hoping that was going to get cleaned up here tonight. So Smiley in that shotgun, 3 wide outs to the right this time. Dom Hogue far out to the left. Awaits the snap, gets it. Muffed the snap, but he picks it up. He's going to go deep down there, and the timing of that play was just all messed up as I think Curie was looking for – the ball was just well overthrown that time. And as the snap came back to Chris Smiley, he lost the handle on it, had the wherewithal to pick it up and just chunk it down the field.
Yeah, that unfortunately the fumble there kind of put him in kind of panic mode there real quick.
And he had nowhere
it
to
was
scramble.
Open, but he had nowhere to go. Yep.
So I like the play, but you still got to execute them. Smiley now on this 2nd and 15 handoff. Elijah Palmer McCain following his block, zigs and zags. Gets back past the original line of scrimmage, going to pick up about 7. Janis was there with the stop. So a 3rd down here for the Wolverines. Wolverines find themselves 37% on 3rd downs this season, 29 of 78. On this 3rd and 8, Smiley, handoff to Elijah, bounces out to the left side, makes a man miss. Got a man to beat, and he's going to be tackled, and a nice tackle there by Ryan Theodore on Elijah. He's going to be a little short of the 1st down. He needed 8 and got about 7.5. So 4th down here for the Wolverines. We've seen this quite a bit this year on these 4th and short to go ahead and go for it. They bring the big package in. You see Grinning in there tight. Smiley, and up he goes, and forward progress. He's going to get enough for the 1st down. I think the Riverside faithful are not going to be happy with the spot, but he had that forward progress. He needed about a yard, and he's going to get about 3. That was the right call by the officials. First down, Ellwood City. So we've seen Smiley do that with great effectiveness in every game now. And the opposing team's got to know he's going to do it.
At some point.
Yeah, you would think. Smiley now.
Yeah, they're going to catch Reynolds there.
Yep, I think a little bit, once again, a false start. It's going to come back 5 yards for the Wolverines. So second penalty on this drive. Takes that 1st and 10 to a 1st and 15. Wow, we got officials with
yes,
microphones.
Yes, they do. They were talking about it.
Wow.
Officials with microphones. I like it.
Big time
it's
here
the best
at
thing ever
Riverside.
created.
So 1st and 15, 6:32. The first 3 minutes of this quarter went fast in this last 3. Back to pass, Smiley finds his man, and he kicks it down to the 16-yard line. That was DeLon Curry. And a nice pickup on that first down. Takes it from the 33 all the way down to about the 16-yard line. So 17-yard pickup there. Smiley, near perfect so far tonight.
Yeah, when he's had the opportunity to throw, yes.
Yes. Yeah, he missed the one with one, but he's find him in the outside and find him in the center of the field as well. Smiley now 3 wideouts left, 1 to the right, handoff. Elijah goes to the right side this time, spins away and pinballs his way down inside the 10-yard line. Another red zone time here for the Wolverines. They're going to mark it right at the 10-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 4 for the Wolverines, threatening here for their 2nd score in this first quarter of play. What a great crowd here tonight. And you would expect no less. So Smiley, everything spread out. Wolverines really running that spread offense here tonight. Smiley back to pass. He surveys the lefty, throws it down there, and I think that might be considered a throwaway. Give Riverside defensive backs credit there. They had everybody covered downfield.
I just like that one a little bit closer, maybe give him an opportunity. That one was going to the parking lot a little bit.
Somebody almost got a souvenir.
Yeah.
So, but they bring the ball back. It's 3rd and 4. Kind of quick here as the Wolverines quick up to the line. On this 3rd and 4, they can get a first down. They got to get down to about the 6-yard line. Hand off Elijah. Oh, what a nice tackle. There's number 48 for Riverside. Came in there, and that time got him low. Was Ryan Dugas, the senior. He did pick up a yard, and Dugas that time was not fooled. He went low. Elijah kind of went down quickly. So 4th down, the Wolverines are 1 for 1 tonight on 4th down conversions. Smiley back. He surveys, looks, under pressure. Going to try the other way down the field. He's going to get gobbled up. Gobbled up there by number 27 and number 75. Big Justin Leave in there, as well as Zachary Hare on that 4th down. The sack all the way back at the 20-yard line. That's another time there. Brad, Chris really had nobody to throw to, and give that line of defensive line of Riverside did not give him any lanes to run either. Ball over on downs. Wolverines threatened, had her down to the 10-yard line. So Riverside Panthers now taking over. Gatos is in under center. Hands off to the 2nd man through, and he's arm tackled there and slowed up. Not much running room there for Janice. I see O'Brien and P.J. Du Bois getting up from the bottom of the pile. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 8. So Riverside not able to do much on their first 2 possessions of the game. Now sends a man in motion. Everything in pretty tight.
And they're going to move.
Flag. Had some movement there. think they're going to knock him back 5 yards.
You can kind of see the early jitters here by both teams kind of settling in.
Yes. Yes, a false start there for the Panthers. Going to bring up a 2nd and 13. Ball all the way back at the 17-yard line. You can say for the most part the Wolverines have been winning the field position battle here tonight. But I'm thinking they really would have liked to score it on that last play. There's a handoff. Janice around that right side, makes a man miss and push back. Got some positive yards. Number 6, Gavin Partridge was in there with that first initial hit to slow him up, and Partridge had some help from his friends to come in and put a lick on him to stop him from going any further. So pick up of about 5 on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd down, and they're going to call it 7. The Wolverines defensively have held their opponents to 24% conversion on 3rd downs, 15 out of 65. So you like to keep that number low. And another flag. I'm not sure. We'll wait to see what it is.
Sideline warning.
So no harm, just a little bit of a warning, kind of saying don't do it again.
Yep. So no yardage, no nothing, just don't do it.
So sometimes I think the officials just want to get that done early.
Yep.
Back to pass, finds his man, up the middle he goes, he's going to have a 1st down. A nice pitch and catch there from Gatos to Aiden Garcia on the quick slant route. Fake the handoff, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Riverside Panthers out to the 35-yard line.
And Partridge with the stop on that one.
And he needed to make that tackle because
yes,
that one was open.
Yes, he was, and he had a seam to run down. So they get into the huddle, do the Panthers.
And that play there, big gain, gave Riverside finally positive yards on offense.
Yes. And I put their first down.
Yeah.
There's Gatos, handoff to Janice. Zags wiggles his way through, and a nice run there by Janice. He goes 10 yards. Daylon Curie was there to slow him down, and I think that's going to be enough for another 1st down. Riverside Panthers offense here with a little bit of life right now. And right now, it's really a product of we saw it on the 86-yard kickoff return. In these last couple plays, some not that shored up tackling, like we've been seeing by the Wolverines all season.
And I tell you what, it was quickly passing. Now it's that big package up tight for the Riverside Panthers.
But they still got 2 wide receivers out far to the right. Gatos, hand off to, he on the keeper, the fake, gunned around, goes to the right side, got some blockers out there, driven out of bounds nicely by Dante Pierce, but give Gatos credit, and he picked up about 5 yards on that play. Another one of them plays where you're darn glad, if you're an Ellwood City fan, Dante Pierce was there to stop him, because there was a lot of green grass behind him.
Yep.
So going to bring up now a 2nd and 5. So Riverside now setting up shop here right at midfield at the 50-yard line. Could find themselves in Wolverine territory for the first time tonight, just under a minute to go here in this 1st quarter. Hand off to Janice. He's going to plow his way forward, get about 3 yards on the play. Going to bring up 3rd down. So P.J. Du Bois was in there on that front line to slow him down, along with Evan Twiddell. And going to bring up now a 3rd down and 2. Riverside had a big 3rd down conversion here to keep this drive alive just a little bit ago.
And they're going to have to snap this officially.
Yes, they
with
are.
20 seconds on the play clock, 21 up on the board.
So Gatos, just a freshman coming into this game, got the start here a couple games ago. 3rd down, hand off to Janice, and he gets slowed down. He's going to
get it.
Yes, he did. I thought they got him in the backfield as Drake Davis got a hand on him, but give Janice credit, not giving up on the play. Needed 3, got about 4. And, folks, that is going to be the end of the first quarter. We got ourselves a ball game, folks. Ellwood City 7, Riverside Panthers 6. We'll take a quick timeout. Welcome back, folks. 7-6 here. Ellwood City leading the Riverside Panthers. Hey, a big shout out here to our great friends down at Michael's Furniture and Michael Perry, disability lawyer. They're giving $1,000, $500 each to the Ellwood City Library in the name of Ellwood City football. And we're just so great. Michael's Furniture, they do this every year, donate something. This year they got Michael Perry, the disability lawyer, on there as well. $1,000 going to the Ellwood City Library. Be sure to personally go thank the Perrys for that donation. Janice now with the handoff. Swings it out wide to the right. Couple yards on that play. You just have to think Coach Rob Magnifico is feeling pretty good right now, finding himself only down by 1 point in his Wolverine, his offense doing well. Tell us some numbers there, Brad.
Yeah, in that first quarter, they had 32 yards. It took them down to the last 3-4 minutes to finally get positive yards, but when they've done it, it's been working.
As to the Wolverines, 76, you said?
71 on 15.
Okay. So the Wolverines not really getting their 5 yards that they came into per play average in that first quarter. Gatos hands off to Janice around that left side. Drives his way forward, still dragging people. They cannot get Janice down. And I'll tell you what, he went 4 yards before he got a hand on him, and he carried Gavin Partridge and a few other white shirts for the rest of it. Gets it down to the 29-yard line. Pick up of about 12, another first down. Riverside went 2 possessions without a first down. They've had 3 on this drive alone.
And I think they've learned the bread and butter. Give it to Janice, and he will take you to the promised land. A guy that carried over 900-some yards, I believe, last year. So
yes, he did. He's the workhorse.
Yes, he is.
And he has been for a couple years now for Riverside. Senior, 6'1", 215. He's playing a lot bigger than that in this RivEll game. Hand off to, on the keeper, Gatos being chased and taken down. Sackalicious. Caden Doshio takes Gatos down way behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose about 5 yards. Caden coming off that edge. And Caden's had a few times this year. He got called for a horse collar, rightfully so or not, it's not our decision. But that time, you almost saw him hesitate and say, I'm just going to take this guy down the old-fashioned way, wrap my arms around and take him down. And that time he did.
And maybe that's the theme of the night tonight is playing to the sticks. Negative yards on first down may set you back. We'll see if that comes back to haunt Riverside.
Good point, Brad, because it's going to bring up a 2nd and 16. Gatos hand.
Wells troubled the snap.
Yeah, he did. I almost think Gatos was going to maybe pull it out and keep running, but Janice said, I'll take that, and he gained nothing on that play.
Give credit to P.J. DuBois and Declan O'Brien. That's going to be technically, I think, a loss of 1. Especially.
It is. Yes, it is. So, negative yards.
So there you go. Now 3rd down and about 16.
Yep.
Just under 10 minutes before halftime.
So the Wolverines defense would love to get a stop here and get their offense back out on the field. You said something, this Riverside offense likes to have that possession.
Look for some trickery here potentially.
Yep. He gets driven through there. Gosh,
it's a fumble.
Again. There's a fumble.
They're going to count as a fumble. They're going to count it as a fumble.
I think Drake was right there.
And nobody's stopping the clock. There it is. Okay. And they're going to say Riverside did recover officially.
Did. Drake Davis was right there trying to jump on it. What made that play happen? The coverage down the field for one. Dacio was in there once again and got his mitts around Gato's feet.
That was back to.
Was it technically a fumble? Or they say he was down.
They're going to say a fumble, and so
okay.
yeah, technically a fumble.
Yep, technically a fumble because they went back a little bit further. So going backwards, did Riverside after some promising plays and a flag on the field. We'll wait to see. So I think they had 12 men on the field.
Yep.
Is basically what it was. There's one player trying to get off, but once you're in the huddle, that don't work that way. So another penalty, knocking them back 5 yards, bringing up a 4th and 29, ball all the way back close to midfield. Dom Hogue back deep for the Wolverines. Remember last time on this punt, had a little bit of trouble. This time, got it. Puts it up. A high kick and takes a huge Riverside bounce. Are you kidding me? That ball was punted 10 yards, about 40 yards in the air. Oh, a late flag.
Now what?
If this is, I'm afraid. So Jackson's punt, it goes down at the 21-yard line. So officially a 21-yard punt. 31-yard punt, I beg your pardon. So wait to hear the official.
Five green, I believe they said.
55
green.
55
green. We normally don't say the numbers on high school players, but with the announcements tonight we do. 15 yards, unnecessary roughness. I think something happened there when that ball was getting down, and there was an inadvertent hit that did not need to happen, and the official says, not tonight, boys. So the Wolverines get the ball right about the 35-yard line. Chris Smiley in the shotgun, lefty back to pass, throws it out there and misfired as he was trying to find Luciano Gagrick, and the ball falls incomplete. So going to bring up a 2nd and 10, and the ball is at the 36. Handoff to Elijah, a little bit of a late handoff there, and this time he goes backwards. A nice play there by number 48 of Riverside, Ryan Dugas. He's made a couple big tackles tonight, and he knocks EPM back about 4 yards. And that time he just knifed through there and slowed him up enough. And that time Elijah could not bounce her to the outside. So a 3rd and 11 here now for the Wolverines. Wolverines offense kind of slowed here after they got down to the 10-yard line 2 drives ago. Smiley back, surveys, he's got time. He's being chased, goes around the right side. Gonna try to get through there. And he, hit hard at the 42-yard line. Not enough for a first down. And Dugas in there again on the far side of the field that time. Puts the licking on Chris Smiley.
Yeah, and he's going to stretch out those legs a little bit. He's okay, but you could tell that was low.
Yep. Chris Smiley, also the punter. 7:17 to go here. Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts. And now Smiley coming in. We'll kind of wait to see what they'll do. Coach Bradley's kind of had that gambling hand on 4th downs we've seen so far this season. And I think we're going to see it again. 4th and 4. Big play here. Back to Smiley. Wants to go deep, throws it down there. Oh, too tall for Dom Hogue. For the 2nd time tonight, I'm going to say it, Brad. Ball over on downs for the Wolverines, and Riverside is going to set up shop with really nice field position in Wolverine territory at the 42-yard line. So after them first 2 drives by the Wolverines, not a whole lot of activity here.
Yep. And I'm okay with going for it on 4th down. I just like that shorter pass. That just You're
Rather
allowing
go
the
shorter
defense
pass.
to make a play.
I think the way you're defensively playing, you punt the ball.
Yep.
Me personally.
Run up the middle. So you got to stop him here again.
Yes, you do. Janice has been running really well. They hand it off to him again, and he runs right up the middle. Up the belly goes Janice. 5 yards. And going to bring up 2nd down. As Twaddell was in there. And Dacio was in there to slow him down as well. So going to bring up 2nd and 4 for the Panthers. Coach Mag's got to be loving this 4, 5, 6 yards on 1st down every time. So Gatos on the keeper, zigs and zags, gets positive yardage. Taken down there by the feet was DeLon Curie. He does not get enough for the 1st down. Gets about, we'll give him 3. So we've seen that's something that Gatos has done a couple plays now where it really sells the idea of going to Janice out of that backfield, and he just pulls it out of the belly and takes off running. So 3rd down and 1 here for the Panthers. Gatos. And there's a handoff to Janice. Oh, decked and hit hard. But he's going to get enough for the 1st down. And O'Brien with the stop. So another Riverside 1st down, Brad. And making some things happen here.
Yep.
Offensively.
And no reason to change it. If you're Riverside, now it's 4-down territory. You run the ball, and if you're averaging, 18 carries for 31, but that's also because of 2 sacks and a fumble.
Right.
You're getting 4 yards per carry at least.
Right. Gatos has not really had to throw the ball.
Yep. And this is
the
their
to do so.
Time of possession now. 5 minutes just left in the 1st half.
So Gatos now in the shotgun. He keeps it, tries the left side, little misdirection. Oh, hit hard there by O'Brien.
Dante as well. Dante Pierce.
Dante Pierce.
Yep.
And not much running room there. It looked like he had a head of steam to Gatos. But he's going to be taken down for just a 1-yard gain. Going to bring up down a 2nd and 9. Don't forget, folks, halftime we'll have both the Ellwood City Blue Band and Riverside Panthers, as well as some out-of-town scores. A lot of activity going on here in week, 7? We in week 7? Time's flying so fast here, can't keep track. And we'll have the out-of-town scores as well as halftime stats. Gatos now, handoff. Janice up the middle he goes. Falls his way forward. Positive yardage. And right now, Janice, I've said it before, he's getting a good 3-4 yards before arms are getting around him. Going to bring up, he picked up about 8 on that play. We'll give him 7. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 2. Riverside sidelines wanting to get that student section sitting down there to the right involved a little bit with some excitement. Here we go. Gatos in the shotgun. Hands off there to Janice around the left side. And I think he's going to have another 1st down. As the side judge comes in, he's going to be right there close. Really going to depend on that final spot.
Yeah, they haven't stopped the whistle, so I have a feeling this one is going to come down to maybe a measurement ordeal.
We saw 3. Yeah, it was going to be short.
Oh, they're going to say
They're
going to give it to him.
They give it to him. They got a better angle on it than I do. So another Riverside 1st down here. I can most definitely tell you right now, for the Wolverines defense, if they don't, they need some halftime adjustments to figure out how to stop Janice.
Most definitely.
Going over left tackle, right tackle. Not much bouncing to the outside. Just me against you. Up the middle we go. There's Gatos. Oh, bad snap that time, Gatos, and he's going to be gobbled up there. as O'Brien was in there. Another tackle for a loss. He's had 7 on the season. He got his 8th one there, did O'Brien. A little bit of a fumbled snap there, and the white shirts of the Wolverines were all over it.
And that's something you cannot have on first down. It sets you behind the chains again, and it just seems like when we get closer to the end zone, that's been happening for Riverside.
Yes, it has. Going to bring up a 2nd and 13.
The clock now 2:20 and counting. My goodness.
Yep, remember, both teams have all 3 timeouts remaining. How long have they possessed the ball this drive?
Oh, it's insane.
So Gatos in the shotgun. On the second one, on Janice tries, bounces outside, makes a man miss. Ridden down there by Twiddell. Was in there to get him stopped. And Dacio as well. Dacio gets up a little, hitching his giddy up.
So he'll be down to the 20, and that'll set up a big 3rd down and 9. Wolverines definitely need to stop or something here. Keep them at bay. Minute 30, and clock's still rolling.
Clock's rolling. On this 3rd and 9, there's a handoff to Janice, and he's going to get gobbled up. Going to get maybe 3 yards. 2 down territory, I would think, if you're Coach Maggs right now. And they do call a timeout. So Dante Pierce got that stop. So a timeout now. Minute 16 remaining here. Coach, I want to talk about Coach Magnifico here a second. If you're Ellwood City, he coached there a long time, and a policeman officer here in Ellwood City for 31 years. His dad was a policeman in Ellwood City, I think, for close to 40 years. And I tell you what, when I saw that he got the head coaching job here, I'm sure I'm one of many, many people that reached out to him and congratulated him. And well-deserved. Riverside got a good one. And I saw him this summer at the Arts Festival. I said, Coach, congratulations. I said, I'm going to be rooting for you 9 out of 10 games next year. And we laughed and had a nice chuckle. And credit to him for really building this program. Numbers up. And quite honestly, they're a much better team than what if you'd asked me in August, they're a lot better team than what I thought. And it don't matter what you think. You got to line up on the field and do it. And they're doing a good job.
Yep.
So
down here, big opportunity for both teams.
Is. Back to pass. Gatos throws it down there. Got him in. It's going to be intercepted. Woo. Touchback. Daylon Curie with the intersection.
Okay.
They do say touchback. He caught it about the goal line. His momentum took him in. And a huge stop there for the Wolverines. There were 2 green shirts down there, 2 white shirts down there, and Daylon read that play quite well. So a huge stop there by the Wolverines. So the Wolverines will start their drive with 1:08 remaining from their own 20-yard line. Don't forget, folks, stick around here. Halftime, we'll have the halftime shows. Big night for Riverside here, senior night. Last time the band will be performing on this field for a football game at least. Smiley now. Handoff to Elijah Parmesan. Up the middle he goes. Makes a man miss. Out to the outside. Going to the 35. He's at the 36-yard line. Pushed out of bounds there by Trenton Kiesling. But a huge pickup. Out of bounds, more importantly, Brad. Stops the clock.
Yep.
Wolverines with 3 timeouts. He picked up 14 yards on that play. No, 18 yards. 17.
Yep.
On that play. So that, I think you do that first down play, see what we can do. And here we go. Wolverines up 7-6. Opportunity to add on. Smiley throws it out there. And he zigged and somebody zagged. And they were not on the same page as the ball falls incomplete. So Smiley now gets direction from Coach Bradley. Got 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Smiley in the shotgun, back to pass. Throws the quick pass out there. Finds his man. Going to zigzag up the middle. He's going to get horse collar. Not called it. He's going to be down at the 50-yard line. Was Dom Hogue. So another first down for the Wolverines. They're trying to do hurry up. And they are. Smiley now, he's just going to spike it. And stops the clock. So Coach Bradley would rather give up the first down, and I don't mind that because he knows he has 3 timeouts left in his pocket. The Panthers just have 2. So 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Smiley with a high snap, but he gets it. Wants to go down the middle, and he does. Finds his man. Gavin Partridge follows his way forward, gets down to the 30-yard line. This is where you call.
Yeah, I think it would take your first time out here.
They're not doing it. They're getting up to the line.
Okay.
I think they're trying to catch the Riverside defense off, and he spikes it with 35 seconds to go. A nice catch there down the middle of the field by Partridge. He stood in there, was willing to take a hit. He got about, I'm going to say, another 6 yards after the catch. I didn't see who brought him down because there is the timeout. Riverside.
Okay, smart. I like that move by Riverside.
Well, and I think that maybe was almost by design by the Wolverines. Let's try to keep the Panthers off balance with a hurry up. Because you're thinking all along they're going to call a timeout and right up to the line quickly.
And if you're Riverside, it's like, listen, okay, we're playing defense here. Let's calm this down, slow it down.
Well, and I think
about
this is we got 32 yards to go for the Wolverines, but kind of a statement here if they can get it into the end zone in this. I mean, they started this possession with a minute.
And
from their own 20-yard line.
Defense has been the name of the game so far. Obviously, possession game has played into that. But those 3 plays so far by Ellwood, it just now put the Wolverines' offense over 100 yards in this game. Just now.
We have not said that all season going into halftime. So Smiley now, after the Riverside timeout, is in the shotgun. Wolverine's got a ton of time yet with 3 timeouts. Back to pass, Smiley surveys, throws it down there, got his man, and tipped away. Good defensive play there by Aiden Garcia as the intended receiver, Dom Hogue, went up for it, and Garcia and another one's back there too. I think that was Kiesling back there. Incomplete pass, stops the clock. It's 3rd down, though. 3rd and 10. Finds his man, Dom Hogue, and not full this time, the Riverside defense. Play did not go like they wanted it to as the pitch out there to Dom Hogue. That was 54 in there to disrupt things. Tyler Richards, not sure who made the initial final stop, and that will be a timeout for the Wolverines. Wolverines driving here. They've driven this 50 yards and kind of made it looking pretty easy until this is where you come back to that first down spike. You know, now you're sitting there at 4th down. So lots of action going on, some big games around the WPIL as well as in our conference. Brad will be working feverishly during this halftime to get us some out-of-town scores.
Right now, time of possession in this game, 16:59 to 5:53.
Wow. Wow, 3-1. No, 4th and 9 now. Smiley needs a first down, throws it underneath there, and he's going to get gobbled up.
Yep.
As Dom DeLong Curie caught the ball, and it's like Riverside knew what was going to happen there. They were waiting for it. Brad, for the 3rd time tonight.
Wow.
Ball over on downs.
And I think the one saving grace here for the Wolverines is they do get the second half kickoff, but you're up 7-6. Now, I won't speak. They've still got 11 seconds, but.
Right.
A 1 point lead.
Good to see Caden Dacio out there.
Yeah.
Looked like he had a little lower leg issue on that series last time, but he's back out there and ready to play. Hard to keep these seniors out of a RivEll Cup game. And they are just going to take a knee. Folks, at the end of the first half, Riverside finds himself down only by a missed extra point. Ellwood City Wolverines leading 7-6, folks. You're going to want to stick around. We're going to have a great second half of football. But before that, the Ellwood City Blue Band, Riverside Panther Band, and some out-of-town scores coming your way, folks. Enjoy the halftime show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lincoln High School Blue Band's That 70s Show. Baba O'Reilly is one of the Who's most iconic tracks released in 1971 on their groundbreaking album, Who's Next? Here is the Blue Band's rendition of Baba O'Reilly. Dance line with Play That Funky Music. This funky disco tune is performed by the Eastern Ohio Western PA band Wild Cherry. At one time, Ellwood City's own and Lincoln High School Blue Band alum Donnie Iris performed with Wild Cherry. We hope you enjoy Play That Funky Music. drink all night and party every day with a highly infectious song by the band Kiss. The Blue Band ends its 70s show with the energetic Rock and Roll All Night. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lincoln High School Marching Blue Band. The Blue Band is under the direction of Steve Ellwood and Justin Miller. Choreography by Tyler Bacon Westfall. Percussion by Evan Berchinski. Mallets by Janelle Berchinski. And under the field leadership of drum majors Lila Fox and Peyton Confer. I am Bill Gilkey, the voice of the Blue Band. Thank you for supporting our Lincoln High School Marching Blue Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Band Funk.
fans, and please welcome to the field your 2024 Riverside Panther Marching Band! This year, the Riverside Panther Marching Band is under the direction of Director Miss Emily Eastman, Assistant Director Aaron Smith, Percussion Instructor Zach Roback, Color Guard Instructor Brittany Lutz, and Color Guard Coach Megan Truchelle. We proudly present our 2024 halftime show, Riverside Rocks! Join us on our journey across nearly 4 decades of rock and roll. Sit back and relax as we kick it off with the Rolling Stones' 1966 hit, Paint It Black. Fast forward 14 years, you're listening to your favorite hit radio station when they come across to announce AC/DC's next big hit that went on to achieve double platinum. Let your hair down and get ready to jam out to the Panther Band's rendition of Back in Black. We close our show this evening in the early 2000s, the age of modern punk and indie rock. An iconic band of that time is The Killers, who continuously held their spots on the Billboard Hot 100. Put your sunglasses on and enjoy Mr. Brightside. Marching Band. The band is under the field command of sophomore drum major Andre Rippey and junior drum major Molly Linville. And a special thank you to the band sponsors, McElwain Brothers Paint Collision Center, Allied Rubber and Supply, McElwain Motors, Ray Concrete, Sue Ellen.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Riverside High School here at Memorial Field. The Riverside Panthers and the Ellwood City Wolverines, and we're in a big battle here, folks. It's 7-6. Just your typical backyard brawl turned RivEll Cup. 7-6. Third quarter just about 2 minutes away. Both teams haven't come out just yet, although they're lining up here round to come out onto the field. So some game stats here, halftime stats. 7-6 in favor of Ellwood City. Rushing yards, 33-44. That is a little bit misleading, folks. Ellwood City, obviously, they had a negative 15-yard play on that fumble. But the Riverside Panthers, if you take away the 3 sacks and a couple fumble snaps there that put them back, Riverside would have right around 80-some yards of rushing, so don't look into that 44. Passing yards, it's all been Ellwood. They've thrown the most, 94 passing yards to 12. The total yardage right now in this one is 127 to 56. And when you hear that 56 for Riverside, you're instantly thinking, oh, man, this one's, pretty much in the books. But that's not the case, folks. Very interesting first half, and it came down to the third downs and fourth downs. We'll talk about those in a second here. One turnover there, Daylon Curry with the interception in the end zone, kind of keep Riverside off the point system there above 6. Penalties, 2 for 10 for Ellwood, 3 for 25. And if you look at the third down and fourth downs, Ellwood, 1 of 10.
Oh, jeez.
And on the flip side, Riverside, 4 of 9 combined. Yes, 0 for 2 on fourth down, but 4 for 7. Not bad on third down. The most important stat line, folks, that we're going to talk about because we don't have it up on the graphic, time of possession, 17 minutes and 10 seconds to just 6:50. And that 6:50 was literally 4 Ellwood drives. So you're averaging under a minute and 17. Yeah, Riverside did have one drive of pretty much 12 minutes. Some individual stats here. Elijah Palmer McCain, 7 carries for 49. If I'm the Wolverines, I'm going back to the bread and butter. Let Elijah get up there. Again, only 7 carries in that first half. That number needs to be higher, around 20 by the end of this one. Robert Janis, good night for him so far. 15 carries, 66 yards, averaging 4.4. Again, that number would be higher without the bad snaps and so forth. Aiden Gatos, 1 for 2, 1 interception, 12 yards. On the flip side, Chris Smiley, 8 for 15 for 94 and a touchdown along of 24 in this one so far. Daylon Curry, 3 catches, 22 in that one touchdown. Dom, 3 for 37. Gavin Partridge, 1 for 19, and Gilchrist, 1 for 16, total of 94. The one reception for Riverside was Aiden Garcia, 1 for 12 on a third down play. So stats-wise in this game, it is something else, Thad, that we'll talk about here right after our out-of-town scores. Let's get to those out-of-town scores so far at the 2A level. Our focus is all 2A and 1A. The 1A schools, Neshannock and Southside, halftime. Southside, 5-1 versus 6-1 Neshannock. They got.
We back?
Yep.
Sorry, folks, lost a little internet connection there.
Yep.
But Brad got her back going. We had a kickoff there. Unfortunately, it went, but it was taken by Declan O'Brien, a squib kick at about the 35-yard line. So Wolverines set up shop, 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
And this is unfortunately one of those things that we expect. Sometimes internet, well, it plays a factor.
So sorry about that, folks. Might have to refresh to get back on. Would you have to do that, Brad? Anyway, back to live action here. Chris Smiley in the shotgun. Hands off Elijah Palmer McCain. Bounced around the left side and taken down low there that time. Number 9 in there, Jacob Jackson. The senior gets Elijah Palmer Kane taken down. Going to bring up down a 2nd down and 8. Be interesting to see what halftime adjustments were made here. Wolverines offensively, that time of possession, as you said in the stats, Brad, just a little under 6 minutes. 4 possessions, so your possessions didn't last much longer than a minute. Now on this 2nd down and 8, there's a handoff to Elijah. Zigs and zags. Oh, met head on right there. And a great tackle up front. I think that was Robert Janis in there. We see him running the ball. That time he got in there to hit Elijah as soon as he got through the line of scrimmage. Just picked up 1. Going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 now for the Wolverines. Some of the trying to get the Riverside crowd into the game here. A stoppage of play.
And a timeout.
A timeout taken by Ellwood City early on. But I tell you, Brad, this is a big series for Ellwood City. Not doing a whole lot there in that 2nd quarter, and actually for the last half of the 1st quarter. I doubted Coach Bradley wanted to come out in this, open up in the 2nd half with a 3 and out. So the timeout taken. And I tell you, I was out in the crowd talking to a couple people, Brad, and Riverside's got life.
Oh, yeah.
They
definitely.
Really
Most
do.
definitely.
Yeah, their only score was that 86 Zach Hare kickoff return, but they just kind of feel that they've held these Wolverines in check, and they have.
And Thad, you know this. It's high school football. Throw a ball up in midair, and all of a sudden it gets caught. It's a 70-yard touchdown. You got the lead.
Yes,
That's
you do.
all it takes is one play.
So now on this big 3rd and 7 now, Smiley goes back, looks, surveys, throws it down the middle, and it was short. Ball was short to Partridge, and the ball's going to fall incomplete. Now decision time. We saw in the 2nd quarter they were about the same spot on the field, but this time they appear to be going to have the punt unit come on. So a big win for Coach Maggs and his defensive players as they stop the Wolverines for a 3 and out.
Maybe
Smiley
some
now
punt return
kicking.
option.
Waits to snap. High snap, but he's going to get it away. Driving kick, and not going to be returned because it's going to go out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. So 28-yard punt for Chris Smiley, setting up shop for Gatos and Janis. It's kind of been that story.
Actually, that was not Chris Smiley.
Yeah, that was number 15.
That was
Declan
Declan Gray.
Gray.
Wow.
Declan Gray. I can't believe I missed that.
Oh,
Declan
my goodness.
Found
Yeah.
his way onto the field.
That's
after,
awesome.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. That really is. I did not think he was active tonight. Back here in the spring, tore his ACL. And I know that young man worked really, really hard this summer and through this season.
That's
what
awesome.
a proud moment for his parents and I'm sure himself to get out there on the field. There's a handoff to Janis, stood up there by Dacio and company.
Yeah, that was Zach Hare, the fullback up the
Oh,
middle.
I'm sorry.
27.
First time we've seen him, I think, carry the ball tonight. He had the big kickoff return to get Riverside on the board.
So again, Ellwood holding Riverside to under 60 yards. But again, you
Take
think,
out the negative plays.
yeah, take out the negative plays, and you still got points
That's a
up
big
there.
moment there. Going to go back to that Declan Gray. I just assumed it was Smiley. I didn't know he was going to get on
Yep.
the field. So happy for him. There's up the right side he goes. Here's Janis. He's at the 25, 30. Then out of bounds about the 28-yard line. Saving tackle there by Dom Hogue. Another play. That time he went about 10 yards before he got a hand on him. Wolverines defense, whatever they did at halftime, didn't work. He takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line for a huge gain there. Of
34.
about 34 yards it was. And he was not touched till about 25 yards down the field.
And all that does, it brings the crowd into it for Riverside.
You see the Riverside players on the sidelines trying to get the crowd into it. Gatos, handoff there around the right side. And Janis carrying people with him, gets it down about 4 yards, going to bring up a 2nd down and 6. And you just see a little, the body language of the Wolverines right now is not what you want to see if you're a Wolverine fan. So now a 2nd down and 6. As Gatos got the fullback behind him, and we got movement. The flag comes in.
We said it. That is big. It backs you up.
Big.
That can cost you.
So after a nice 1st down run by Janice, going to bring them behind the sticks, going to bring up a 2nd down and 11. Number 55, Jaden Phillips, the center for them. Dakota Ayers, Tyler Richards, and Brockway Oliastro really forging that front line now. Hand off to Janice, bounces outside, and he's going to be ridden down. Picks up several yards on the play.
39 with the tackle.
As O'Brien was in there for the tackle, along with Gavin Partridge. Just a pickup of 2. I think I thought he got a little bit more than that, but he must have went down. So big 3rd and I'm going to call it 9 here. It is 3rd. Yes, it is 3rd down. So 3rd 9. The Wolverines defense got to tighten up here. Gatos under center, hands off to Janice, and that time was not fooled as DeLon Curie was in that backfield to ride him down. Twaddell was there to finish it off. So on that 3rd and 9, they're going to give him about 1 yard. So 4th down time here.
And this is a no-brainer. You go for this and spread them out, and maybe you just find a crossing route over the middle, or, I mean, some trickery.
Ball's
Riverside's known for it.
Yep, right there inside the 25-yard line.
Riverside now officially 100 yards on the dot.
So as they do, Brad, they spread them all out. 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Gatos in the shotgun. Goes back to pass. He rolls out to the left. Drops his hand down there, puts it. Oh, what a catch by number 12. Aiden Garcia jumped up over everybody. I thought he was overthrown, and he came out of nowhere and jumped up and got that ball all the way down to 15-yard line. Picked up 9 on the play, just right across the 1st down line. And all of a sudden, the Riverside Panthers find themselves in the red zone. 1st and 10, ball on the 15-yard line. Out over the ball. Gatos got 2 wide outs to the right this time. He's not thrown much, but he's been effective. Hand off to Janice, and P.J. Du Bois gets a shirt tail and gets him down. I tell you what, Janice, he's got to be one of the hardest running backs we've seen to tackle.
No doubt now.
In our first 6-7 games this season.
For sure. And that may honestly be a statement for the MAC.
Right.
This is something else.
Right.
It's simple. Give me the ball. Let me just eat the yards up the middle.
And right now he's getting yards, and he's not getting touched.
Yeah.
After
that
2 or
does
3
help.
yards.
And once again, another long drive here of over 4 minutes already. Still, quarter halfway gone.
The time of possession at the Riverside
It's going to be
Panthers
insane.
had this ball. Gatos under center, 2 running backs, hand off to Janice. And that time taken down nicely. And I believe that was 55, Dave Singer, Maddox Singer, I beg your pardon. Only picks up about 1 or 2 on the play, going to bring up a 3rd down and 7. So, I'll tell you what, the play clock at the Allen and Cheryl Danball Fieldhouse is almost being blocked. If you got to watch if you're coming that way on this 3rd and 7. Gatos on the keeper, follows his blockers, goes around the right side, and a saving tackle there by Gavin Partridge. He gets it down to about the 11. If Gavin don't make that shoestring tackle, Gatos gets the 1st down and maybe a little bit more. Trent Schilling coming on field to play defensively as Singer goes off.
And they're looking at the field goal.
Yes, they are. Kiefer in there. The holder is Jacob Jackson on this 4th and 5.
And it'll be held at the 17, so a 27-yarder here.
For the lead is Kiefer. Gets the snap, kick is down, and it is up, and it's good. It's good. 27-yard field goal by senior Miguel Kiefer gives the Panthers the first lead of the night, leading 9-7. A nice drive there, capped off by the 27-yard field goal by Kiefer.
We said it. We said Miguel Kiefer could kick, and
did say
there
that
you
earlier.
go.
So just like that, Riverside finds the first lead of the night, 9-7.
Wow.
Kickoff forthcoming. Nice drive there. Where'd they start that drive at, Brad? About the 35?
It would have been about the 37, 38-yard line because of that kick, that punt by Declan Gray out of bounds. So 37-yard line. They drive all the way again, taking the clock about the 9-minute mark all the way down 5. Yeah, a shorter drive, but still just 5 minutes left in this third. It's 8:25 local time. My goodness.
Wow. So a big field goal there. He had missed an extra point. We didn't miss it. It was blocked earlier as Kiefer is the run up and the kick. Elijah Palmer McCain back deep to receive, squib kick, and taken there, falling on at the 30-yard line was number 7 of the Wolverines, Anthony Barbario. So the Wolverines offense, 3 and out on their first drive of this second half. Looking for something positive here. So they will have it 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Give credit, Robert Janis, 21 carries, 109, 5.2 carry now. Wow.
And that's huge when you're wanting that time of possession.
Yep.
So Smiley now sends Luch in motion. Back to pass. Smiley throws it down there, going for the money ball, and out of the outstretched arms of Dom Hogue. Good coverage downfield there by Aiden Gatos, the quarterback, also out there on defense. So the ball falls incomplete, going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. I'll tell you, first time I said this all year for the Wolverines, just like to see a 1st down.
Yeah.
Sends Daylon in motion. There's a handoff to Elijah. He's got a little bit of a seam, makes the man miss out the outside, up the right
and it's going to be a hold.
Lines, and a flag
it took that
comes
long
in.
to call a hold. Whew. You knew it was coming at some point.
And sadly, that 11-yard run, I'm afraid, is coming back. Yes. A holding against the Wolverines. So that 1st down run is going to come back. You talk about it, Brad, negative yards on 1st down sometimes gets hard. Makes it all that much harder to get back. So it's going to be 2nd down. Yes, the incomplete pass on 1st down. So it brings up a 2nd and 20, makes it hurt even more. So now Smiley in a shotgun, bunch formation. Wants to go deep, and he does. He stopped on the run. Daggum. As Daylon Curie kind of stopped there in the stop and go and didn't go quick enough. Ball overshot everybody. Falls incomplete now, a 3rd down and 20. And I'm going to tell you, Brad, if the Riverside defense gets a stop here, this crowd is going to go crazy.
Oh, yeah. And it's trouble time then for Wolverines because there goes another 4 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Right now, Chris Smiley, 8 for 20, and that you cannot win games with. Not very often. 2 plays so far in this drive, negative 10 yards.
So 3rd and 20 now. 3 wide outs to the right, 1 short side left. There's a handoff to Elijah, and he's gobbled up. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He gets some yardage, but big number 66 was in there for the stop. Alex Jackson, the sophomore, 5'10", 200 pounds, was there to meet Elijah. There was a bit of a hole, but it closed quickly. punt formation now. Senior Declan O'Brien sporting a knee brace, but good to see him back out there.
Declan Gray.
Declan Gray. He waits the snap. Kicks it and gonna go down. Picked up there at the 48, and Zach Hare picked it up. Got about a 4-yard return right out to midfield. Dante Pierce there with the stop. So pretty good field position for Riverside, setting up with the lead 9-7. I think for the first time this year, the Wolverines find themselves down in a game, if I recall, Brad.
There was one other time, and that would have been, I believe, Laurel.
Yes,
they were
that's
tied
correct.
and
That
whatnot,
is correct.
but it wasn't very long.
No, it wasn't. So, setting up shop here now is the Riverside Panthers. Gets the snap. Hands off. Second man through. Zags and Zag finds his way forward. Gets 5 hard-earned yards. Was Mason Holler, the sophomore, in there at running back right now. Got 5 the hard way. Got pinballed around. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 5. Kind of sticking with that theme for Riverside tonight. That 4 to 6 yards on first down. The Wolverines unable to stop it. So wait, play clock down to 15. That's part of that time of possession thing. So Gatos under center. Got Hare and Holler in the backfield. The shifty, fast, moving. Oh, he's going to get a first down and pinballs his way forward. Ball comes out.
Yep, I think they're going to say a fumble, though. Nope, they're going to say he was down.
He was down. The side judge came in, and I want to say that was the right call. Watch it in real speed. As Mason Holler comes in off the bench. Little different speed than what you see. He's not real big, but he's shifty. That's going to be a first down for Riverside. Moving the sticks once again. Ball down there now at the 36-yard line. Now the Riverside band's in on the action. And they're just breaking the huddle and coming up at about 10 seconds. Gatos, this time handoff Janis. Plowing his way forward, still standing upright, dragging 5 white shirts. He's going to get another first down, Brad. Right now, the Wolverines do not have an answer for this run game because it is a first down. And that the Wolverines side of the field just looks stunned. As the Wolverines not having an answer for this run game by the Panthers. Gatos under center. Hands off to Hare. This time he stood up the line of scrimmage. But he dragging forward. He was dead on arrival at the line of scrimmage, but he falls his way forward for about 3 yards. Going to bring up a 2nd down, and we'll call it 7. Singer with the stop that time. It appears that the Wolverines are just really trying to rotate that defensive line in. I think it's a fresh body type of thing, and just trying to get something to stop this. They got to have over 120 yards on the ground, if not more by now. Gatos, this time hands off. Janis, and he's going to get stacked up there. He's going to get a couple yards. I'm going to tell you, Brad, one thing I'm noticing, there's a lot of Wolverines standing.
Yeah.
They're just not.
It's a lot of standing and a lot of arms on the shoulder.
The pursuit to the ball is just not there tonight.
Yeah, arms are on the hip and they're kind of worn out. They're getting bullied for the first time during the year.
Yes, they are. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 6. They did limit them to 1 yard on that play. A minute, fast-moving third quarter.
That's crazy. Crazy. Man, we're going to have to start hoping for 15-minute quarters, I guess.
So Gatos under center. Hands off, rolling his way through there, and falls his way forward to Janis. Not a lot of yards on that play, but he's going to get down to about the 23. And actually, Riverside does not have to run a play.
Wow.
About a 3-second differential.
That's crazy. This has been the name of the game, time of possession.
Yep.
22 minutes to 9, and we're not including this drive yet. So,
Really got this drive.
and if I'm Riverside, I'm saying, nope. Why do we even have to huddle? Let's not do this.
Well, I think they're going to try to get a play off. There's
Okay.
about a 3-second differential on this 4th down. A big play for the Wolverines here. Need a stop. Do the Wolverines.
Yeah, draw them off sides. Why
we're
not?
just going to let this get down, and
There you go.
some good coaching there. Just see what we can do. At the end of 3, it's 9-7 in favor of the Riverside Panthers. We'll be right back. Welcome back here, folks. We start the 4th quarter with a big play. It's 4th and 5 for the Riverside Panthers. Ball on the Ellwood City 22-yard line.
And the chains aren't even down yet.
Yeah, they got caught a little bit with it right there. Wolverines bringing a player on. Send a player off.
Look at those 3
So
wide
this
receivers
chain
bunched
gang-
up.
Yep, everything's bunched up on the short side right. Now the whistle blows. Gatos in the shotgun. Janice behind him. Back to pass. Oh,
Picked off.
intercepted!
Gagrick.
with his 3rd interception. Gets it on that 4th down. A huge play.
Wow.
Is right to Luch Gagrick.
That is
Big. Huge. I like the play call. It was
Yep.
that quick rifle pass, and Luch read the eyes and got right there in front of it. On that 4th down play. 2nd interception of the night thrown by Gatos. Wolverines will set up shop. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. And that big play, can it be some momentum for this Wolverines? Really, Riverside drove the ball with authority that time. Wolverines defense got the stop. Smiley in a shotgun. EPM tries to bounce it to the outside. Going to get a few yards, maybe 3. Pushed out of bounds there by Ryan Theodore. Going to give him 2, so going to bring up a 2nd down and 8. And Wolverines just need a little bit of life right now. All the momentum's in favor of Riverside, even after that interception. Everything in tight, 1 wide out, short field to the left. Smiley gets the ball, hands it off to Elijah. He's got a hole off the left side. He's got the 1st down and more. He digs and zags. Going to go out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. Pick up of 16, much needed yards there, and a 1st down for the Wolverines. Did they have a 1st down in the 3rd quarter? I'm not sure. If they did, it wasn't very many.
Nope, they had 1 drive, no 1st down. That 10-yard penalty cost them.
Yes, it did. So 1st and 10 now for the Wolverines. Ball right on the 45-yard line. Smiley, handoff to Elijah. Trying that left side once again. Oh, a nice tackle there. Taken down from the side. Dugas there with the stop. Really getting him about a half a yard on that play. So 2nd and 9, a long one that is, for the Wolverines. They're not trying much up the middle, have the Wolverines. They're not a lot of success. It's more off that left side. That Tyler Richards of Brockway Oleastro and Justin Levine in there in that front line of oh, and they got some movement, but got it back in time. Handoff, Dante Pierce this time. Tries to spin his way forward to no avail. 5 green shirts there to meet him. Forward progress, he might get 2 yards if they're, yeah, he's going to get that. Going to bring up a 3rd down now for the Wolverines. Wolverines, what, 0 for 10 in that first half?
Yeah, as of right now, Wolverines 0 for 7 on 3rd down. They've only completed 1 4th down, so
a big 3rd and 6 here. Wolverines wanting to keep this drive alive, down by 2. Smiley waits. He's going to keep it, tries to push his way forward. Not much running room there. The hole closed up quickly. Number 51 in there to slow him down, Tanner Richards. And Hare was in there as well. Now a 4th down, and I'm going to call it 3 for the Wolverines. A little long to try that tush push we've seen so many times this season. He's going to be in a shotgun. Everything in tight. High snap, but he gets it. Elijah plows his way forward, and he is going to get enough for the 1st down. He needed 3, got 3.5. Big 3rd down conversion there for the Wolverines as they find themselves now in Riverside territory at the 44-yard line. So Wolverines finally getting some time of possession here. 9:20 on this rolling clock. Smiley, handoff to Elijah, spin move, spinorama, fights a man off, falls his way forward. Made something out of nothing, did Elijah that time. Going to get the ball down to about the 40-yard line. So pick up of, we're going to call it 4, going to bring up a 2nd down and 6. I was talking about the Wolverines doing a lot of substitution on defense. We're seeing it now with Riverside.
Yep.
Bringing fresh bodies in there to work on that line. Everything in tight on this 2nd and 6. Under center, Smiley, kind of that counter, and it went nowhere. Luciano Gagrick was met there at the line of scrimmage by a host of Panthers. Tyler Richards was in there leading the charge along with Zach Hare. So another 3rd and 6. We've said that too many times tonight, Brad.
Yep. And once again, still haven't completed a 3rd down. 0 for 8 now, and possibly staring 0 for 9.
So we did just get 1 3rd down, I think. So that was 4th down. So 3rd and 6. Smiley, handoff to Elijah. Makes a man miss, goes up that left side. He's got the 1st down all the way down to the 30-yard line. Needed 6, got 11. A big run there. Right now, Wolverines just really counting on those legs of their leading rusher, Elijah Palmer-McCain.
Well, I tell you what, Thad, it's almost,
30.
You almost want to say, you know what, maybe play the small ball, clock ball right back at Riverside because your defense.
I think that's what we're seeing here right now.
Some old school 1980s right here,
yes,
that's for sure.
You see that.
My goodness.
Just waiting for somebody to break one. Changing the play is Smiley. Alerts his wide receivers on what to do. Goes back to pass. Throws it down there. Got his man. Overshot his man. Had Dom Hogue one-on-one.
Yep.
Was there. And the ball thrown just a little too far. Incomplete pass. Makes it a 2nd down and 10.
I'm not a fan of that call. I'd rather you run the ball, make that 1st down short, or the 2nd down play a little bit shorter. This hasn't been working, so we'll see. The guy flipped the script.
Yes, they do. Now 2nd and 10. Ball on the 30-yard line. Wolverines driving. Hand off to Elijah. 6 inside. Makes a man miss. He's down to the 20. Around the outside. He's at the 10. The 5. Going to be pushed out of bounds there, but a huge pickup. A late flag comes in. A late flag comes in after the play. However, the Wolverines will definitely got that 1st down. Marked him out of bounds at about the 6-yard line. Wanting that big play. Pick up a 24. The officials conversing. We'll wait to see. Dead ball foul.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Green. Half the distance to the goal.
That's an unsportsmanlike conduct against Riverside. Half the distance of the goal. So that big run there by Elijah Palmer McCain, I think there was some extracurricular activity after the play was over. The big package is in. Dante Pierce on this 1st and goal from the 3. Hands off to Dante Pierce into the...
I think he's down.
He is down.
Just at the 1.
I thought he was going to get it. He jetted over that left side. He needed 3, got about 2.5. Janice was in there for the stop. 7:03, clock running. 2nd and goal.
QB sneakers.
From the 1. Pierce still in there. There's the push, and the power moves
Give
forward.
that to Pierce.
Touchdown! Yes, sir.
Give that to
Chris
Pierce.
Smiley carried it in, but Dante Pierce was there to push him on through. Wolverines take the lead, 13-9. About a 5.5-minute drive and change. The Wolverines answer, going 80 yards.
Yeah, now if you ask me, you go for 2, and it looks like the Wolverines are.
Yes,
4-point
down by
lead.
4 right now.
Yeah, might as well make it 6 because, Riverside, the playbook is wide open for them now. They got plenty of time to do this.
Yes, they do, and they have all 3 of their timeouts.
And they're going to the short side, this side. They're going to bring it all the way to the right side. So we'll see what trickery may happen here.
Yes, for sure. They got Smiley in a shotgun, 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right on the 2-point conversion. Smiley surveys, throws it underneath, and it falls incomplete. Had his man there. He was well covered by number 9, Jacob Jackson, knocked that ball away. So at 13-9, the Wolverines with the lead. We'll take a quick timeout. Welcome back, folks, after that big drive there. I think it was like 72 yards, Brad.
Yep, let me get you the exact numbers on that. That one
Caitlin
was
Kreitzer will be kicking off.
13 plays, 74 yards, 5:06.
So the Wolverines answer with a long drive, their 2nd score of the night. Here's Caitlin Kreitzer with the kick.
I'm okay with that, honestly.
Squib it, make something happen. Make them make a mistake. Out of bounds it goes.
And if you're Riverside, you may want them to kick again.
It does make you ponder.
Right? Makes you ponder that question. I don't think they are, but
nope,
it makes you just wonder a little bit.
So Riverside Panthers will set up shop. The thing to remember, Brad, is they have yet to score an offensive touchdown tonight.
Yes. That is the one thing. If you're Ellwood, yes, you've given up 140 now in this game, but it took this long.
A huge kickoff
0
return.
points. Yep,
but,
that's the difference.
They've I think that's something to keep in mind because they really need to do that now. Wolverines find themselves up by 4. You need that 3 and out. Really, if you're Ellwood City, if you could dial up a turnover right now. They've got 2 interceptions tonight, but I don't see them passing the ball. There's a handoff to Janice. Driving them legs forward and going to get. They had him stopped at 3 yards. He's going to end up with 6.
Wow. That's just guts right there.
Yep, it is. That's just not wanting to go down. It's Janice. They need to start going low at him.
Yes, they do.
So 2nd down and 3 for Riverside. Riverside don't need to hurry. They got 6:37. All 3 of their timeouts remaining.
The only issue they've done is whenever they throw the ball, it's cost them. So just run the ball.
Yes, it has. I don't think you're going to see much passing. And movement.
That's big.
That hurts because you take
That's
that
the other
second
thing
and
that's
three.
killed him.
You go back to second and
Oh.
second and. Hey, I got to get some of our sponsors in here. Hey, folks, the long-time tradition, the Ellwood City Football Boosters, the Thursday night dinner. They've been doing it forever. Last night's dinner was provided by Maddox Singer's mom and grandparents. They served pulled pork and mac and cheese. Dessert was provided by Jessica O'Brien, Tara Lutz, Aaron Warner, and a custom EC football cakes from Mr. Craig Pierce. We certainly thank all of our people that help with the Thursday night dinner. There's Janice that time.
Good defense that time around.
That makes that 5-yard penalty all that much more important.
Huge.
Because you went from a 2nd and 3 to a 2nd and 8. That time Janice was bottled up by a host of Wolverines. So now a big 3rd down, and we're going to call it 8. Maybe 7. Clock getting close to that 6-minute mark. Out over the ball. Gatos in the shotgun. Back. He's going to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Wants to run. Giving chase. Gobbled up there!
My.
Psycho in the house.
O'Brien.
Declan O'Brien.
Mark that
huge
down.
3rd down play.
Da-da-da.
As he,
Da-da-da.
at the 5:42 mark, Declan O'Brien, and we've seen him do that so many times.
So many
he gets
times.
an 8-yard lead run on somebody, and they can't evade him. He's just too quick. That brings up a 4th and 12. Lost about 6 yards on that play. Punt formation now on. The Wolverines defense needed a stop, and they finally got it. As the punt formation now on. Declan O'Brien. Coverage sack 2 down there. High spiral.
Wow, what a kick.
That's a good kick. And it goes
bad
out of
bounce.
bounds at about the 40-yard line. So a 28-yard punt. It looked further than that in the air. So the Wolverines take over now, and now at 5 minutes remaining, if you're the Wolverines, you'll take the big play, or you'll just take first downs.
Well, we said it, Thad. One of our keys to the game was where's the beef? It's now officially a game of the trenches. 5 minutes.
Yep. That front line of the Wolverines, Logan McClymans, Tristan Reynolds, Maddox Singer, Evan Twiddell, got to step up here. There's going to be a hand. Oh, the pass, goes out the pass, throws it out there. Oh, dropped the ball. Son of a gun. Luciano Gagrick had a step. A little change up the play call there, and the ball falls incomplete. As Dugan had coverage on Gagrick.
And Luciano Gagrick, it's usually that guy in the middle of the play that gets that nice, simple 5-yard reception that turns into 8 or 9.
Yep.
Don't blame Ellwood looking that way.
It falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Everything in tight except one side receiver out. Handoff there. Elijah Parkane makes a man miss, and he's gobbled up there. A nice play by number 17. And Garcia was in there as well, number 11, to gobble it up. Gets a couple yards. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 7. Right now, if you're the Wolverines, let that play clock get down to 0, because you got 4.5 minutes remaining in this game on a big 3rd down. Play clock's at 18. Smiley now. Hands off to Elijah, up the left side. Going to be tripped up there, well short of the line again.
Possible fumble on that one.
Yeah, I think they're going to say possible fumble, but they're going to say he was down first.
Okay. So he gets it out to about the 46-yard line. Picked up 3. Going to be a 4th down and 4.
And I like this call this time around.
Yeah, but it's a shame you got to do it.
Yep.
You had 1st and 10 with 5 minutes to go.
Yep.
You run a measly minute and a half off the clock and got a punt.
Just don't want to give up a return.
Number 9, Jacob Jackson back there. Declan Gray out there to punt. Waits the snap. Good snap. Puts it up. High kick. Going to be, it's a fumble!
Yeah, it's going to be
Flag.
catch
Yep.
interference.
Interference. Wow.
You got to be kidding. You got to
Yep.
know where the ball is.
Yes, you do.
And that's going to give, well, that's just 3 yards right there by
Yep.
the Wolverines.
Yeah.
Crazy.
3:18 remaining. Riverside with 3 timeouts, down by 4. We got ourselves a football game. As that punt was down to about the 30-yard line, the would-be receiver, you cannot impede the punt returner's ability to catch, and he was bumped into as he was going for the ball. Officials conversing.
I think this one's easy, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know why. Well, so here's the issue. Is that going to be technically the receiver, per se, on the kick? And it should be, so it should be 10, right?
Well, the official appears to be coming over.
Given an option here, I think, for Magnifico, whether or not they want to repunt it potentially or assess the yardage. And to me, this is smart. You take the yardage. It was a bad punt, and you can take the 10 or so yards. And
so the officials now are getting it worked out. They talked to Coach Magnifico as we await. And now I think we're going to finally get the call. I think the question is where you spot it.
yeah, I thought it was a 31.
"15 yards. Holy cow. And that sets up Riverside with beautiful field position at their 46-yard line.
And we said it, Thad, all year long. Penalties, and
Yep. That one hurt.
3:18. We'll leave it be for now.
Yep. So.
Oh my!
Pete
Fumble!
Fumble! on the ground.
Ellwood
Who
City
jumps on it?
recovery.
I think Drake Davis is on the ball. BJ Du Bois was in there almost to take the handoff. Disrupted the ball. Ball goes on the ground. And it was Drake Davis asking, you shall receive. You needed a turnover and got it.
Wow!
PJ Du Bois, write it down.
PJ, MVP.
And there was another guy in there too. I missed who it was, but he disrupted that play from Gatos to Janice. The ball's rolling around in the ground. There's bodies flying all over. It looked like somebody dropped a bag of M&Ms at a Weight Watchers meeting. Who jumps on it? Drake Davis. Ball now at the 41-yard line. Wolverines just get a first down. Official timeout. What a play.
Big words.
Wolverines up 13-9.
Deep words by Thad Sturgeon. I agree with you. Just get
I'm sorry.
Get positive yards.
It's RivEll. It's
Get
13-9.
get positive
There's
yards.
3:12 remaining. I really think the Wolverines came in here, the way they're playing, they took Riverside lightly. I don't know how else to say it. I'd like to call it how I see it. I'm not trying to be negative, but they came in. There's the push as Smiley goes forward. Somebody, I think, wanted a late flag, didn't get it. But there's that 5-6 yards you're looking for in first down. And more importantly, the clock keeps it churning. Ollie Astro with a stop along with a whole host of other ones. So 2nd down and 5. This is why you love high school football. Smiley under center. Handoff to Elijah, trying the left side. Makes a man miss, going to get to the line. He's pushed out of bounds, but I think he's going to get.
Yep. That's going to be a first down from the looks of what we just saw on the screen. And I'm telling all my kids on that sideline, guys, back up and a foot off that line. Stay away from anything stupid here.
Yep.
We see it each
They did
week.
not. He's at 3rd and 1.
Wow, okay.
Going out of bounds does stop the clock. That line there, I think we all know what play's coming.
Yep.
Everybody in tight as Smiley gets the ball, rolls his way forward, gets the push from behind. Roll the pal forward. Forward momentum. He's got the first down.
And there's got to be – they're going to start losing this if they don't watch this.
Yeah.
It's getting chippy.
15 yards away from the play. White shirt and the green shirt were all tangled up. Either way, though, we're going to move the sticks. first down. If you're the Wolverines right now, no need to hurry.
No.
Force them to use
No.
their timeouts, and
Yep.
they're going to want to do that.
And if
Roll
you're
that clock.
and if you're the Panthers, you're taking your timeout pretty much on this next play.
But you got 14 seconds left on the play clock.
Just don't
2:09 remaining. Why snap the
Wow.
ball?
Wow.
Elijah Palmer McCain falls his way forward for a couple yards. Going to pick up maybe 2 yards. And there's the timeout we thought we were going to get.
Yep.
We certainly do thank everybody for viewing the game tonight. Just remember, you can watch this game or any Ellwood City game from years gone by
Oh, yeah.
on our YouTube channel. Hey, got to get out to our sponsors: Champions Club, Dave's Hometown Shop and Save Money, Heating and Air Conditioning, Mary Jo's Catering, Dooney Memorial Scholarship, Johnny's Pizza Shop, Ellwood City Transit, Zona Tours, Armstrong. Our Touchdown Club, Diamond Dance Academy, the T-Box, Signs by Sam, the Color Center, Venezi Sporting Goods and Apparel, D4 Properties, Campers in RV, and our Field Goal Club, Allen's Lawn Care, Samuel, Pagnosis Chiropractic, Air Physical Therapy and Fitness, Allied Rubber and Supply, Youngblood Paving, Steffler Window Cleaning, Spokane Orthodontics, Reed Oil Company, Kevin Bookemer Plumbing and Construction, Gagrick Brothers Painting, Myers Auto Group, Mo Bros Lawn Service, Pit Race, Marshall's Funeral Home, Turner Funeral Home, Joseph A. Toman Funeral Home, and Teolis Funeral Home. We thank all of our great sponsors, and remember, our funeral homes, they'll be the last to let you down. 2nd and 8 here. I got them all in on one time out this
Yes,
time.
you did.
Auctioneer in school, paying off. Smiley under center. Awaits the snap, hands off to Elijah, makes a man miss, drives his way forward, still on his feet, and positive yardage. Almost to the first down line on that second down. Picked up about 7 yards. Going to bring a 3rd down and 1. $1:41 remaining. And the second timeout taken now by Riverside. Right now for the Wolverines, the clock is their best friend. And quite honestly, a first down can seal this game. What a game. 13-9. We talked there, what was it, about Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week, Brad. We kind of thought we'd be seeing a 28-21, 35-21 game.
We were expecting this like either a first quarter or a
first
halftime
quarter.
score.
Right, exactly. And the defenses for both teams have stepped up. Give Jet Janis credit. He ran all over him. But still that important point, Brad. They have yet to get an offensive touchdown.
Yes.
And that is big.
And we said it, Thad. This has RivEll written all over it, but more important, it just feels 90s and 80s. Just whoever was going to make that one big drive, and so far it's been Ellwood in the second half.
You think back in that second quarter when they forced Kiefer to kick that 27-yard field goal.
And give credit.
If they get it in the end zone, it's a different game right now.
That defense there for the Wolverines, we talked about all year. It's the difference so far in this one.
3rd and 1, big play. They need a yard. Sends Barbario in motion. Handoff to Elijah. Around the left side. He's got the first down. He stays in. Does he stay in bounds?
Nope, he goes out to the side.
Out of bounds.
Yep. He got knocked out.
He was pushed out of bounds. That stops the clock with 1:32. But more importantly, on that 3rd and 1, the Wolverines, they were not good on 3rd down conversions in that first half.
Sometimes.
They've had 3 or 4 here in the second half.
I was just going to say that sometimes it just takes one.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
So 1st and 10, 1 timeout left for Riverside. The Wolverines just got to hold on to the ball here. There's a handoff to Elijah. Spins his way around.
Tackle.
A good tackle there.
Who was that? Was that Hare? 27?
Yep, Hare was in there.
Oh, 54.
And 54 was in there as well. Tyler Richards, the last time out. Now they have 0 remaining. The Wolverines, 2nd and 9. They can just play the clock now.
Yep.
And not turn the ball over. This senior night here for Riverside had the great festivities beforehand, introducing the band, the cheerleaders, and the senior football players. I know they were primed and ready for this game. Make no mistake, Riverside was ready to play. Ellwood City coming in. You saw, if you're on Facebook and all that stuff, ranked number 2 in the WPIAL, ranked number 5 in the state. Riverside was not intimidated. Not intimidated at all.
No, they were not. And give credit. And we had a conversation with head coach Magnifico ahead of time, and he was going to say, Just watch. We're going to try and make a statement. And, folks, I mean, this is a big statement for both teams. Give credit to Ellwood with this lead, but don't sleep on Riverside moving forward.
Moving forward. They got Mohawk. And,
that's going to be a big one.
That should be a big game.
And then Beaver Falls, I believe, to finish it off.
No, we got Beaver Falls to finish it off.
Well, the other way around.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a handoff to Elijah, and he's going to get down to the 10-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd and 5, and there's nothing Riverside can do to stop that clock. Really, the Wolverines now run this play clock down to 0, and will be about a 32-second differential. What a football game.
Hard
The
fought.
other thing I like about this is for Ellwood City, they came back.
Yes.
They went through some adversity.
We haven't seen it all year.
And they kind of did Riverside, and they won that Riverside game in overtime.
Yep, Laurel. Yep.
Or Laurel, I beg your pardon. There's a handoff, and dance his way down to the 9-yard line with Elijah Palmer. Kane, how many yards we got? Folks, we got a 2-second differential. Call the mayor, leave the lights on. We're partying till the sun comes up. Ellwood City with the win as the clock's going to run down.
Wow.
13-9. There's been some great games in the 39 matches of these two teams. And this one, I think, Brad, will go down in those top ones.
And I tell you what, folks.
What a game. Stick around, folks. We'll have some end-of-the-game stats, some out-of-town scores. Go ahead, Brad. I beg your...
Yep, nope. The clock officially strikes 0. But what's more important, we like to say it now that this one's in the books. If you're Ellwood City, folks, my goodness. You are undefeated, 7-0, 5-0 in conference play, 7-0. The first time you weren't even born yet.
Yes.
Nobody in this press box was born yet. 1944.
Wow.
1944, the last time.
And the Wolverines, not done yet. They got Union next week at home, and they finish out the season with Beaver Falls at home. Riverside is going to be in that playoff hunt as they're taking, 4 teams?
Yeah.
4 teams, really. If Riverside
take 5.
Can win out, they just about sure their spot for postseason play for first-year coach Rob Magnifico and his staff. And a big win here. Is Brad going to tally up some of the stats here?
Yeah,
we're
going to
kind of a short pregame show for you here.
Yep, we're just going to keep this one short because, folks, while we're wrapping things up here, make sure to tune in to Lawrence County Sports Network. They've got the wrap-up of other games, and more importantly, they've had the red zone and scores here. They just finished with us on the screen, so appreciate Lawrence County Sports Network. Finish this one off. Couple stats, and we'll wrap this up quickly. Final score 13-9. The scoring in that first quarter by Wolverines at the 8:09 mark was a Daylon Curry 5-yard touchdown pass from Chris Smiley. And give credit Chris Smiley on that play. He scrambled out to the left side. It was not open. Daylon Curry finding the open spot, making that touchdown count. PAT was good by Caitlin Kreitzer. First quarter answer right back, right off the next play. The kickoff return for touchdown by Zachary Hare, an 86-yarder. The kick, though, was blocked to keep the score at halftime 7-6. And then in the third quarter, Riverside took a lead, one of the very few times that Ellwood has been down. Miguel Kiefer, a 27-yard field goal. It was good from probably about 35 easily. It's 5:09 mark of the third quarter. It was literally 7-9 in favor of Riverside. Finally, Ellwood breaks through at the 6:46 mark after Riverside was held and had to punt it away. Chris Smiley, a 1-yard tush push, and the PAT 2-point conversion pass was no good. But that's your final score, folks, as the Wolverines improve to 7-0. Total yardage in this one, it's going to look a little bit skewed. 244 to 138 in favor of Ellwood. They finished with 150 on the rush yards, 94 passing. On the flip side, 117 and 21. The big difference tonight was the time of possession in that second half. Leading at halftime, it was 17-6. We ended up 28-19. A big 12-plus minute second half there for Ellwood. Yes, Riverside, got to give them credit, almost 30 minutes of the 48 in this one. Third down conversions combined with fourth down. Riverside, 5 of 15 33%. That's the best all year long by a team. But it was actually Ellwood's third down and fourth down. They were 0 for 8. Going into that fourth quarter, they come out 3 for 13, and more importantly, 2 for 6 on fourth down. Overall, 5 of 19. Not a pretty game, but a win nonetheless. Individual stats, and we'll wrap this one up. Elijah Palmer-Kane, he finished with 26 carries, 148. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Yes.
Oh, my.
There it
148 on the dot. He came in at 7, I believe it was 52, and that will put him exactly at 1,000 yards on the season, back-to-back.
3 years.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's insane. So 26 carries, 148. No touchdowns, though, tonight, but a solid 5.7 per carry. Folks, that was not the case. Of those 26 carries, 17 in the second half. Robert Janis, top, everything you can think of. Tip the cap to him. Robert Janis, 27 carries for 122. A big night for him along the way. For Chris Smiley, 8 for 20, 94, did enough. 1 touchdown. Got to figure out the passing completions, but just did enough. Aiden Gatos, 2 for 4, 2 interceptions, and the interceptions tonight were costly for
one of them in the end zone.
Yep, for the Riverside Panthers. And then finally, let's do some defensive stats here. Sacks aplenty. Wolverines finished with 4 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, 2 interceptions, and a blocked PAT. If that doesn't wrap up defense, I don't know what does. Declan O'Brien, the beast, the freak, the menace, everything. He is something else. Declan O'Brien, another 10-tackle evening, and give credit to Declan O'Brien making a big play on fourth down to get the ball back. And on top of that, give credit to P.J. Dubois late on that last drive, forcing Riverside to punt the ball away, and ultimately Ellwood finishing it out.
The fumble. That was a fumble.
Yep, with a fumble. And, the fumble recovery as well there. Good defense by the Wolverines across the board. It's the same old folks across the board. O'Brien, Daccio. Give credit. Dante Pierce, he had a big night tonight. Dubois, Twiddell, Partridge and company. This was a hard-fought win, and it wasn't just the 44 on that sideline, folks. It was everybody involved.
Yes, it was. So stick around to our Facebook, and that will have the out-of-town scores. Brad will be updating them, I'm sure, as the night progresses. What a game.
Yep.
Just what a game, Brad. Just had a little bit of everything, had the special teams, had it all. And a big win for the Wolverines to keep their undefeated season in check. A much improved Riverside team. This is a team we beat last year, 41-0. Go ahead.
And I tell you what, Thad, you know it means business when Paul Zeiss is retweeting and reposting your tweets.
Oh, good deal. Okay,
awesome.
There we go.
Paul Zeiss, thank you.
So sadly, he's not on the fan anymore. So I really liked him on there. Folks, as we leave tonight here from Riverside High School on their senior night, just a great football game. Really, we say this I close all the games with this. We hope you've enjoyed this broadcast as much as we've enjoyed presenting it to you. And this has been an absolute joy. 2 schools, 3 miles apart, friends lining up against each other. Old school RivEll football. They've been doing it since the 70s, and it keeps it going here tonight. People ask, why do we do this? It's quite simple. For the love of the game, the players that play it, the coaches that coach it, and the fans who love it. That is why we do it. On behalf of cameraman Dakota Marshall, the producer, the man with the plan, the man that knows all, he puts the cool in the gang, Mr. Brad Windhorst, and myself, Thad Sturgeon. Good night, everybody.